On first sight, sickles from old farm equipment and a dated license plate may not look like much, but put them in the hands of Kim and Rick Hesse of Valentine, and they blossom into flowers and art.
Rick always said I was the cheapest date because he could take me to the dump and I could sit at the tailgate and just be in awe and just want the whole dump in my backyard because there's so many treasures that I could just always see things happening with.
The Hesses enjoy finding old items, repurposing them, and creating something new. They once owned a flower shop, but knew it wouldn't go over well with their 4 sons once they got older. So they began focusing on wood, metal, and outdoor items.
Some things, you instantly know what you can use it for, but some things, it takes a while. If you find something old and rusty and unusual.
The Hesses love gardening and choose a different part of their yard as their next project. One can't expect to find a horse, fountains, fairies, a fork and spoon chandelier, and even a mermaid, all in too many front yards. And after 35 years of marriage and working together, sometimes there's still a few creative differences.
I think I only threw a shoe at him one time since we were married. And I don't even know what for, so that's how silly that was. But we do get along in the garage, and we can finish each other's sentences.
There's moments, like in any relationship like that we don't agree on things, but they're pretty rare.
The Hesses of Hackberry Creek host an annual sale in their yard. Visitors from all over line up to grab the couple's latest creations.
It makes your heart race, and you can't be a gawker. If you want it, you better grab it.
In the Hesses' garage, tires turn into flowers and other found objects make up a fairy castle. There's always something new and unexpected sprouting up in this front yard. For this week's Made in Nebraska, Zach Richie, Valentine. Without ever leaving this room, your sweet tooth can travel all around the world. At Licorice International in Lincoln, they sell over 160 different kinds of licorice from 14 countries.
It's an experience. We try to explain about the licorice. We want people to taste things. We want people to experience how different licorice is from the European countries.
We knew that there was salty licorice. I knew that there were bitter licorices from Italy, but I had no idea that there were soft and hard and firm and sweet. I mean, it just has been a marvelous adventure.
Elizabeth's husband loves licorice. When his mother could no longer buy the sweets for him, Elizabeth found her source in New York. She not only bought a few sweet treats, but a week later came home with a brand new business to run with her friend, Ardith.
We were pretty visionary when we got started. We wanted this to be big and successful and exciting, and really, it's everything we had ever hoped for and more.
The Licorice Ladies met at a church retreat a few years ago. Each had ended careers in other fields, and they knew they wanted to work together.
We're so different in our approach to things, and it's just been a really fun time.
After starting out on their kitchen tables, the Licorice Ladies soon found a home in the Haymarket. From here, they've sent licorice to every state, to troops overseas, and 24 countries.
This is a one-of-a-kind shop. There's nothing else like this in the United States.
With one visit to the Haymarket, taste buds can travel to Finland,
Anything from Finland would be a really good choice.
England, and Australia all in one trip. Just let that sweet tooth guide you to wherever you want to go next. For this week's Food Finds, Zach Richie, Lincoln. While it may seem unlikely to see natural and organic ingredients being chopped up in a small-town cafe, it's even more unlikely to see world-class art hanging from the walls. But the unlikely surprises continue.
I really never grew up cooking, but I kind of enjoy it now.
Owner Cynthia Miller serves every customer on her roller skates at the most unlikely place in Llewellyn.
It takes a lot less energy, actually, to skate than it does to walk. My husband and his brother moved a table out here close to the door, really far from the kitchen. And I thought, oh, I think I need my skates.
Cynthia, her husband, his brother, and sister bought the building for the most unlikely place from its previous owner, on the condition it wouldn't be just used for storage. The family started hanging their art on the walls for a gallery and needed a way to bring their masterpieces to the people. so cue the fresh aromas of a morning cup of joe.
Oftentimes, a person who comes in for the first time will give us that word that we love to hear, and it's the wow word. We love to hear that.
The Most Unlikely Place serves breakfast and lunch using mostly fresh and organic ingredients.
No bottled salad dressing here.
Many of the veggies come straight from Cynthia's garden
Nothing but garlic in the month of May.
and end up on tables in the restaurant. They're not just any spots with 4 legs, but ones the family used growing up.
When they come in, they might be strangers, but when they leave, they're friends.
Completely renovated from its days as a silent movie theater, many sit in awe of all the views around them at the Most Unlikely Place. Enjoy everything from sips of fresh mint tea, to homemade chicken salad, to a brand new creation, the Harvest Moon Panini, a sandwich with all the tastes of fall,
Real nice thin slices of apple.
pecans, and pumpkin.
You would not expect this type of atmosphere, art in a small town like Llewellyn, but I'm glad it's here.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
From Happy Birthday being played on a restored piano, to a singing barista on roller skates, many have come to expect the unexpected at the Most Unlikely Place around. For this week's Food Finds, Zach Richie, Llewellyn. There's no need to check Deb Blass' eyesight, but she sees this pile of sticks and rust a little differently than most.
Just a gold mine. It can be out here because nobody's going to steal it because they think it's junk, but I don't. Piece of rust, a rusty bucket. I could jump over the moon for that.
When she's not busy spending time with the stars, Deb takes her unique finds, and with a little Christmas magic, she turns them into snowmen, decorative signs, and birdhouses.
But I don't stay at one thing constantly. I'm always jumping.
Deb found her love of crafts at an early age when her father taught her how to make a birdhouse. To this day, they're the items she enjoys making the most.
My dad would be so proud of me. I don't even think he could even imagine that I could accomplish this. I think he from heaven is just going, wow, girl.
No two things come out exactly the same after Deb's done with them. Each has its own character, kind of like their maker, who says the name Razzmatazz explains it all.
That means confused, excited, and that's what I am when I start a new project.
Deb lives for this time of year, and like a busy elf, it's hard not to find her with a staple gun or power tool in hand.
I love it. I love Christmas. I do it year-round. I love it, and I hate when Christmas is over. I hate it. I dislike it.
Tired of driving to craft show after craft show, Deb started her own.
I think they're more amazed that my husband allows me to have this garage and made it foo-foo.
Even with no rainbows in sight, Deb's found her pot of gold.
This is what you call my rusty gold. This is the best stuff in the world.
It comes in the form of rust and dirt, and with a creative eye, turns into a treasure for someone else.
Perfect.
For this week's Made in Nebraska, Zach Richie, Caro. Smash Mouth opens their set with their hit, I Can't Get Enough of You Baby. This summer, fans can't get enough of the late 90s music scene. 5 bands, Smash Mouth, Sugar Ray, Gin Blossoms, Vertical Horizon, and Fastball, all with millions of album sales, have come together for the Under the Sun tour.
We're building something really cool for years to come, you know, and that was the whole plan behind this. This just wasn't, you know, a one-year thing for us to do.
With 5 bands on the bill, each one plays around a 40-minute set. They jam-pack hit after hit, and that's exactly the way they want it.
I think you're getting your money's worth because you're not sitting there all day long, you know, listening to hours and hours and hours of music, and a lot of it you really don't care to listen to. And a lot of fans buy tickets to go hear the hits. That's why I go to concerts.
With songs like All-Star and I'm a Believer, Smash Mouth's known for their pop rock sound, but they leave an impact with every show.
No, I think for us, people misconceive Smash Mouth a lot. You know, you got to remember when we started, we were more of a punk rock ska band. So to have that side of us and then also have this side of us, when we go out on stage, it's more like we're more of a rock band, and we've been getting that every night. And the crowd response has been incredible.
Night after night of screaming fans yelling back every lyric still doesn't get old.
I love the entertainment part of it. I love, because every night you go out, people go, oh, you get sick of playing the songs, and I go, no. And I go, because there's always somebody new there that's never heard it.
For at least one night this summer, music fans packed their bags and headed back to the late 90s. For this week's One Tank Trip, Richie, Council Bluffs.